Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Path of Conquest for the Wadroon. This time we are at Milestone 3, so halfway through our build, and I'm joined once again by Leo from Bellum. So, we've got a good core of a force put together for the Wadroon, but where are we going with this milestone, Leo?
So right now, we've gotten a very good idea of all the new rules with Milestone 2, and now we are looking into adding a new warband, a new character, some extra rules, and start to flesh out our regiments a little bit. Now, for this milestone, we're going to be focusing on creating a little bit more of a bulk for our force. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is adding a Predator, one of my favorite miniatures, just absolutely an absolute beautiful sculpt. And we're going to go ahead and put an infantry one, an infantry Predator. Perfect.
Again, we'll need to have a cult for that to follow. Is it going to be another famine?
Yeah. So the way I'm approaching this list is I'm doubling down on famine. Just to keep, a cohesive sort of fast gameplay. And in this case, the Predator is there because it also has some great supremacy abilities if you want to play around a little bit, the same as Sign of Conquest. This is a great milestone for you to experiment with different warlords if you want. So then I'm going to go ahead and add a regiment of Braves to the Predator.
Okay.
And I'm also going to add another stand to them.
Bring us up to 4 then.
That's right.
Okay.
So here we're going to be, before we move on, before we talk a little bit about the Predator, we're just going to make sure and go ahead and flesh out some more regiments. So the Braves that come with the Sign of Conquest are going to get another stand. That's right. And the Blooded that come with the Matriarch Queen are going to get 2 extra stands. So they're going to go up to 5.
Okay. A bit more of a presence on the tabletop already.
That's right. I know, right? And what we're missing, let me check. I put a lot of new things in here. And we're going to go to the Sign of Conquest. And we're going to add another spell. So we're adding, this time we're also adding Crescendo. We can read a little bit of what it does. So now we're starting, remember how I told you that it's not very easy to play with 4 chant markers in the sequence? Now Crescendo kind of does that for you, because let's say if you time it correctly, if you have 2 regiments right on the table and you have already played with 2 regiments, so you have 2 markers in the sequence, and then you activate the Sign of Conquest. Now a character usually doesn't add a chant marker, right? However, you cast Crescendo, you add the Conquest marker, and then immediately you activate another regiment. So this is one of these cheeky little ways in which you can cheat yourself up to becoming, let's say, essentially a fanatic regiment, but through, a more elaborate combination of abilities. So this allows you to open up some of the most powerful abilities for the Wadroon and some of the most devastating regiments. So at this point, we're at a very good spot. We have a lot of melee prowess. We only have a few hunters, and of course, you can always switch the Predator and put him in the hunters. You can play a little bit with your warband as well, right? For example, the hunters can go to the Predator warband and utilize their ranged ability a little bit more. Now here, I don't have it that way because I'm building with a different list in mind, and we're going to see all the goodies that I have in stock.
Sure.
Spoiler alert: there might be a huge dinosaur involved as we come out.
Yes, please.
In my personal list, there might be more than one. There might be maybe three in my list. But yeah, it's a really cool.
If one is good, then more than one must be.
I know, right? Yeah. If you like one thing, why not have more of it? But yeah, this is a great list, not just to explore the different possibilities and play styles for the Wadroon Last Argument of Kings. But at this point, you have a good collection, a sizable collection, to have to try out all these different things with in First Blood. You have Sealed, you have Flurry, you have some range potential, you have all these different characters to try out. So Milestone 3 was more about fleshing out, your army, bringing the whole chant battle cry mechanism to just a step further by being able to open up the tier 3 chance.
Sure.
And just a great place for the army overall. At this point, I think you're going to have some very interesting battles with the 100 Kingdoms, the Spires, all the other factions. I think it's a great point. Great time to play Wadroon.
I really like the look of how it's shaping up so far, and like I say, having the various options there on the tabletop already gives you an awful lot of range to experiment, swapping things around and changing up exactly how you're going to be deploying and utilizing them on the tabletop. So yeah, a terrific halfway point for Milestone 3 for the Wadroon. We'll be back very shortly, hopefully for quite a lot of massive Apex Predators in the next couple of milestones. Fingers crossed on my behalf. If you have any questions about how we're going about building the Wadroon, drop them below and we'll get you an answer. And we'll see you again in the next milestone.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.